College Gym fan going live on YouTube. There's 2 more Christmas episodes of Rescue 911, like Christmas tree fall, 6th grade CPR, and double electrocution Christmas tree fall. And like if I don't get all the 2 episodes on YouTube this week, then I'll get the last one on YouTube next week. And then probably next week, I'll probably upload some non-Christmas Rescue 911 episodes. Okay, I got Tiki on. See, there's Shampoo, movie that I recorded on the DVR with Warren Beatty. I never saw Shampoo. There's Rescue 911. I'm going to do double electrocution and Christmas tree fall.
Volume 19.
Let me turn the volume up. Let's see.
Volume 43. Volume 44.
Okay, I go to watch now instead of delete recording.
When you have to bring a life, help it come into the world. It's a bonding, just like.
I guess this was like the end of that other episode that I put on YouTube. Okay, now here it is. Here's the news.
High voltage horror.
When I came up to him, he wasn't breathing.
A rescuer gets the shock of his life.
I noticed his socks were burned to his leg.
And paramedics work down to the wire.
I was worried that he was going to die at that time.
Then, an injured boy is stranded in the wilderness.
He told me he couldn't move.
Can his family get to him before he freezes?
The only thought that I had was, we've got to get over there quick.
On Rescue 911.
We never need each other more than when something terrible happens in the middle of nowhere. On July 20th, 1989, disaster struck on the edge of a Nevada highway miles from the nearest town, and a man's life was in the hands of whoever happened to pass by.
The US 50 across this stretch is called the longest road in America. Sometimes you can drive 100 miles and maybe only see 10 vehicles. We have a lot of accidents on US 50 from people going to sleep, drifting off the side of the road, rolling over.
Around 8:30 p.m., a pickup truck with 3 people in it and off the road rolled over once and slammed into the base of a 45-foot power pole, completely shearing off the top of the pole. Neva Worthington and her husband were on their way to Reno. When they saw the smashed truck by the side of the road, they stopped to help.
When I got there, there was no way that I knew that he had got bit with electricity. I was trying to check him over. He was thrashing around trying to get up. I really couldn't examine him very well because he was trying to get up, and I didn't want to get up under this wire.
A passing motorist stopped to call 911.
I'm calling to report an injury accident 25 miles east of Fallon, Nevada on Highway 50. Okay, are they off the road or on the road? They're off the road. Pickup truck. It was a rollover, hit a telephone pole.
David and Susan Baker and their 4 children were on vacation, heading to California from their home in Texas.
We saw the truck, and we both thought it was abandoned. When we saw the man lying there and we saw the other people trying to help him, David just stopped and asked, has anybody called?
They assumed Greg Hunshar had been hurt in the truck accident.
Okay,
Local paramedics were dispatched immediately.
Injury 1050. Highway 50 East, 25 East of Fallon. Injury 1050. Ambulance requested.
He didn't even stop to think. You know, we didn't really even talk about it. He just turned around and went on back to the scene.
For David Baker, the choice was clear.
I've always had a fear of coming upon an accident and find someone in an accident that's in real bad shape.
Kurt Stahl was also driving by on US 50 when he saw the accident scene and stopped to see if he could help.
He looked like he was in pretty bad shape. His nose was all mashed up.
Is there anybody else involved?
Yeah, there's one in the truck.
Okay, just try and wait still. I'll go see it. I'll use my dog.
Okay. All right.
He was afraid. He was yelling, I don't want to die. Don't let me die. I need to lay down. I explained to him that he was laying down. He kept trying to get up.
10-3, pick up truck. Roll over. Hospital 3 injured.
Not knowing exactly what was wrong with Greg, they tried to calm him so he wouldn't injure himself further while they waited for help to come.
He pulled up onto the side of the road and, asked him if he knew any first aid and if he could help us. And he said, yeah, I know first aid.
Greg was trying to get up. He was fighting and was right under the wire, and I was afraid that he would get up and get it again. Dave Baker asked me how he was doing. I told him that his pulse was okay, his respirations were okay.
David's family watched from the car.
I was hoping that the ambulance would hurry up and get there, and David, maybe he could help this man, maybe he couldn't, but the children were worried. They were frightened. It scared them. They'll see somebody else injured.
He said, is there anybody else? I said, yes, there's one in the truck.
It happened so fast that I really didn't realize what had happened until he fell to the ground. You just watched someone you love be electrocuted and he may be dead.
When we continue,
that electricity has gone from this man's brain all the way out his feet.
Navy officer Harold Clark and his friends had overheard a call about an injury accident. As CPR instructor, Harold immediately focused his attention on David.
When I came up to him, he wasn't breathing, and you could smell the burnt flesh. And the way he was laying, he wouldn't have started breathing on his own. His airway had been cleared. I went in to open up his airway and gave him 2 breaths, and he started breathing.
I was so relieved when I heard that he was still breathing. I got a rush of fear and a rush of relief all in about the span of 2 minutes, and it was very frightening.
Somebody said, we got to get this power turned off. I just took off to make the 911 call.
Kurtz will be the 3rd call from him.
Okay, on Highway 50, mile marker 46, a power line was struck in this accident. And a man in the rescue attempt that we're trying to help these people accidentally stood up and hit his head on that thing, and he got a shock. I mean, it burnt him bad. He's on the ground now. Okay, they're on their way out there. He is down, and he has a burn across the top of his head, 6 inches long. Okay, thank you, sir, very much.
Once he came to, he wanted to get away. We tried to held him still, just keep him from hurting himself.
He looked like he had a cut in the top of his head, and from when I got down to his feet, I noticed that his socks were burned to his leg.
An estimated 20,000 volts of electricity had passed down David's body.
He said, he can't see. He said, help me, I can't see, I can't see. We said things like, it's dark out here, David. That's why you can't see. It's dark out here. Just calm down.
The Nevada Highway Patrol arrived. The first official on the scene was Trooper Dan Luke.
How you doing here? I heard the man screaming. He couldn't see, and he was delirious. They couldn't make him understand anything. I was worried that he was going to die at that time. I'd never seen anybody like him before.
From the nearest town of Fallon, Sheriff Bill Lowry headed to the scene.
I cautioned the units while they were en route to be careful of electricity. I got a call from dispatch that had talked to a local electrician who had monitored on the scanner, and he said, be careful because that electricity can jump about 3 feet out of that high voltage wires.
Barbara Frank and her partner were the first paramedics to arrive.
Right here, they're coming. Hear them? Real close. Just relax. Just relax.
As triage officer, Barbara took charge of the medical treatment at the scene.
The first rule of triage is to always secure your scene for you and your personnel. And it wasn't a safe scene. We had a high tension line down that we had to cross back and forth under. That's not a good idea in any situation, but there's no way to stabilize that line. There's no other way to do it. You can't stand there with 3 hurt people looking at you, screaming for you to do something and say, I'm not crossing underneath that line until the line is no longer hot.
Okay, what's our clearance on these wires? Watch those wires.
It had been a half an hour since David was electrocuted.
I was crying. I remember crying, but it was so dry and windy out there that no tears would come.
You know, that electricity was gone from this man's brain all the way out his feet. It can do a lot of internal damage, both neurologically, structurally, to the bones, to the tissue. You know how much it cooked in between those 2 points of an entrance and exit.
The downed lines were within a few feet of the ground.
When you got too close to the tension line, you could feel it. After I crossed into that line a few times, I didn't want to go back and forth anymore after that. Anyone could have been killed. Myself, my partner, any of the bystanders that we allowed onto the scene, anyone that got too near that line.
The downed power lines were still hot, carrying 34,500 volts of electricity when Sheriff Lowry got to the scene. They continued to work under the lines until all the victims were stabilized and could be moved.
For some reason, the electricity didn't interfere with the electrical impulses that go through the heart. Our main concern was he going to go into cardiac arrest again? Was he going to have a seizure from this?
Rescue workers and volunteers broke with normal procedure and common sense to risk their lives for Greg and David.
Just about the time we started loading, he went into a real flashback type thing. He kept screaming, somebody grab the wheel, somebody grab the wheel, we're going to wreck. God, please help me, somebody help me.
It's a spooky thing to watch something like that happen, to not know if they're alive or dead. I honestly thought Dave Baker was dead until the ambulance got there. It could have been one of us very easily.
This call really showed what volunteering was all about. Both volunteering from the bystanders' point of views and just about what teamwork all together was about. And it was a call everyone should be proud of, including those people who stopped and rendered aid.
2 months later, David Baker is undergoing intensive physical therapy.
My whole body works off electricity, and because of being short-circuited, basically, it's been disconnected. Your muscles and everything have to learn where they belong and how to react. It's like a baby learning to roll over, how to move. If you want the arm to go up, what you have to do to make it go up. And it's really painful at first and hard. I just roll over would cause me to break out into a sweat.
I've been in the hospital for quite a while. Probably about 6 months or so. He said he should, in a week, 2-3 weeks, she may be able to walk on crutches. I used to ask them, It would help my dad get better as soon as possible and they might not die.
Mentally, he's great. Physically, we don't know how much nervous system damage there is. I never would ever think that this would happen to me or my family. It's been sort of unreal. You feel like you're just going through the motions, it's not really happening to you. You just don't want to really think that it's happening to you. It's hard to describe.
Ray Gunshaw received skin grafts where he was burned by the electricity, but has otherwise recovered.
I was next to David for a few days, and him and I were together. He was in definite pain, and I was in definite pain. We didn't talk to each other much. I think everybody would help. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. But David especially, because he's going through what I'm going through. He feels what I feel.
David's doctors expect that he'll be able to lead a normal life, but he may never be the same as he was before risking his life to help a stranger. The man who gave David artificial respiration under the wires understands the choice he made.
I think he did what he thought he had to do. Each man feels different things inside. Some people say, well, it's their problem. Let them handle it. Some people don't feel that way. I would hope that if I'm ever in a predicament where I need help, somebody would come and help me.
To me, when I see somebody that's hurt, needs help, I just was raised, you just can't turn them down, really, no matter what the cost in life. And even if it puts yourself in a little bit of a danger, you've got to put forth the effort to save someone.
Next.
It was getting dark, it was cold out, but I had to leave him, not knowing whether I would be able to find him again.
Don't spend it. For Mary Jo Keller, the Thanksgiving holidays in 1988 was special because they brought her entire family together again. But when everyone gathered from around the country at the family ranch in Salmon, Idaho, they never imagined a holiday celebration would test their faith in miracles.
It was the first time that we would all been together in about 5 years. My mom and dad are divorced, and it was a really jubilant experience to have us all as a family again.
The family had decided to take advantage of being together by celebrating Christmas early. Late in the afternoon, Mary Jo's youngest brother, 16-year-old Will Barton, volunteered to go out and get a Christmas tree.
He was very, very athletic, and that was very important to him. And he was just starting to get into what life was all about.
Remember all the trees that we saw over the hill? Yeah. That's where we were there when we were down that valley.
Will drove up into the hills with his high school friend Matt Koppelman to look for the best tree to cut down.
I went out for wrestling, and he was also in wrestling, and he, became a good friend to me that way. There was a high tree that was that had a good top on it, and Will decided to go up and climb it and cut off the top, the first 7 feet or so, and it was probably about 35 feet up, maybe 40, but he was determined to go up this tree anyway.
It's easy to see the mistakes afterwards, because in the middle of November, they're slippery and they're brittle, and you've got more clothes on than you used to, and don't climb a tree.
looked up and I just saw him falling. He told me he couldn't move his arms and legs and he couldn't feel anything. So I knew that it had to be a back or neck injury and that I wasn't supposed to move him. But he then told me that he was having difficulties breathing, and I had to take his legs and swing him around so that he could breathe with more ease.
Can you swing?
I can't. Get out there.
Here, I'll put my coat on you.
You gotta hurry.
It was getting dark, it was cold out, but I had to leave him, not knowing whether I would be able to find him again.
When Matt came back to the house and started describing that he wasn't moving at all and just barely able to whisper, Julie right away said it sounds like a spinal injury.
Listen, okay. You're bored?
Will's sister, Julie Myers, was a registered nurse.
My biggest fear was if it is a spinal cord injury, it could swell and he could quit breathing. And the only thought that I had was, we've got to get over there quick.
Will's brother, John, also rushed to help.
The first thing that went through my head is, Will's going to freeze to death if he's not dead already. It was just, if we can find him, we might be able to save him. If we can't, he's gone. Matt wasn't very familiar with the ranch, so, your heart just sinks and you go, what do you mean? You think you know where is he? Well, he's over there. And you're just going, well, there's 25 miles over there that it could be.
Okay, I'm gonna delete this recording now. For more Rescue 911 videos, hit the big red button and subscribe. Actually, for now, I'm recording the Rescue 911 videos and putting them on YouTube with my iPhone, but my mom ordered me an iPad for Christmas. The camera wasn't working on my other iPad. It was like fogged up and couldn't see the whole picture, so I didn't record videos with it anymore, and I ended up selling my old iPad. And I do have an Android tablet, but the sound doesn't work on it when I record videos, so I just use it to get to my apps and use the internet, and I don't record videos. But that's why I asked for an iPad for Christmas, and my mom already ordered one from Target, so in 2020 you'll start seeing videos that I record with that new iPad. Hit the big red button and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.